Hello, this is Bishop Shannon, and I'm here with Bishop Susan, and we are here to, each one of us, bring you a special message on this day after the election of Donald Trump as President-elect of the United States. Our democracy has spoken, and however true that sentiment is, it does not make everything okay. What we have seen in the democracy's verdict is that our nation is sharply and deeply divided, virtually 50-50 down to the last person. Even as we speak this morning, it is clear that Hillary Clinton has won the popular vote, and it is equally clear that Mr. Trump has won a decisive victory in the Electoral College. We have been there before. Our nation can endure any of the changes that the variabilities of politics will bring to us. When William McKinley was assassinated, one of the most powerful senators of the day commented that all was lost because that cowboy was now president, and we ended up with Theodore Roosevelt. My own father thought that Harry Truman's election over Thomas Dewey was going to be the end of the dignity of the presidency and even the uprightness of the presidency as an institution. He later retracted those sentiments because he felt he was proven wrong. There's a lot we don't know, obviously, at this point, so let's go to what we do know. We know the baptismal covenant. The baptismal covenant calls us to respect the dignity of every human being. It calls us into community that is unconditional. So stay with what Paul has reminded has been entrusted to us, that we have been entrusted to a ministry of reconciliation. Believe in the stability of our institutions. Our nation is not fragile. The institutions of our government are not vulnerable to the variable winds which beset us from time to time.
I share those sentiments that today on this day after the presidential election, we know that we remain a divided nation, that some are celebrating the president-elect with shouts of acclamation, believing that this is a sign of change in the way that we'll do governing in this country. Others are afraid, fearing that this election heralds a return to a past when women, immigrants, people of color, and LGBT persons were denied full and equal rights. So some are rejoicing today, some are weeping today. We truly remain as sharply divided today as we were yesterday. But we, as followers of Christ, have set our hope on Christ. Our first and foremost allegiance is to Jesus, who calls us to share with him in a ministry of healing and reconciliation. And we in the church know something about reconciliation. We live in relationship with God, who through the suffering, death, and resurrection of Christ Jesus reconciled the whole world to God's self. And so we ask you, we urge you, we invite you to pray today and every day for reconciliation and healing. Pray for Barack, our president, and for Donald, our president-elect. Pray for our nation and all her people, all of our brothers and sisters in this vast, diverse, and divided land. Recommit yourself to the works of reconciliation and healing as promised in the baptismal covenant and as Bishop Shannon has already named. Recommit to the promise to seek and serve Christ in all persons, loving your neighbor as yourself, and to strive for justice and peace among all people, respecting the dignity of every human being. And finally, talk with your family members and friends and neighbors, especially those who voted differently from you. look for common understanding, search for common ground, and for the common humanity that we all share, we can be agents of healing the rift in our land, one conversation at a time.
To assist you with your prayers this day and in the days to come, we invite you to visit our diocesan website and our social media sites, where we shall be posting images that are accompanied by appropriate collects from the Book of Common Prayer and from other sources perhaps as well. So God bless you. Keep the faith. Keep the faith in your Lord, the Prince of Peace and our Good Shepherd. Keep the faith in our country. Keep the faith in our democracy. God bless you.